our
Calling all hooligans. I'm talking about cypher buns, the road jumpers, hair raisers, bunners, playboys, mutants, and the punk bunnies. Let's get it. Flash, Lego.
Mount up, think straight, get home, be safe. My team, we don't play them L-Rays or we names. You already know we some hooligans. What am I to be but a hooligan? Catch me in the street with them hooligans. Say you down for the couch, gotta prove it. Mount up, think straight, get home, be safe. My team, we don't play them L-Rays or we names. You already know we some hooligans. What am I to be but a hooligan? Catch me in the street with them hooligans. Say you down for the couch, gotta prove it.
You already know I'm with them hooligans. Running through the city with my chest out. When I have nots want a little bit, they harass us, the rest us. Tired of being left out. How they been through it all, never gave up. I'ma do it all alone, who gon' save us? Trying to get it to the point they respect us, no more enslaved, but we coming for the extras. Me and my squad tired of the losing. Formulating plans, I've been out here recruiting. See them all talking, ain't nobody moving. Everybody wanna live, ain't nobody shooting. Road jumpers, hair raisers, punk bunnies, they dangerous. When I die, I'll go a martyr, we're famous. I already know what the aim is. Cuff the pole carefree with the angels. We didn't take their best shot, we know what pain is. Michelangelo couldn't even paint this. My pain, this I've gave my heart. Are you not entertained when we've came this far?
Mount up, think straight, get home, be safe. My team, we don't play them L-Rays or we names. You already know we some hooligans. What am I to be but a hooligan? Catch me in the street with them hooligans. Say you down for the couch, gotta prove it. Mount up, think straight, get home, be safe. My team, we don't play them L-Rays or we names. You already know we some hooligans. What am I to be but a hooligan? Catch me in the street with them hooligans. for the cause, gotta prove it. Say you down for the cause, gotta prove it. Or stay out the way for the movement. Carry King squad up, no capping. We out here, what's happening? Got factions, by the masses. When I test RG, we AK deep in the street with a fleet. Made the six escape, drop to his knee, but believe it's what you call anarchy. On the rise, strategize every move when we ride. Don't care what fact you from or how much dirt you done, we on the takeover, so pick a side. Ain't no more lines across, we not boundaries over. We war ready, we out, so we need all the smoke, same master bunners. Got the cyber bunches with the game. Zuck Bots, we dismantle and sell a parts on the low. Playboy hustle ain't nothing, it's just a give and a go. Silly fluff for shit up for kids, I thought y'all people should know. Hooligan, we hit if I let the mutants explode. Yeah. Mount up, think straight, get home, be safe. My team, we don't play them L-Rays or we names. You already know we some hooligans. What am I to be but a hooligan? Catch me in the street with them hooligans. Say you down for the cause, gotta prove it. Mount up, think straight, get home, be safe. My team, we don't play them L-Rays or we names. You already know we some hooligans. What am I to be but a hooligan? Catch me in the street with them hooligans. Say you down for the cause, gotta prove it.
Love you, Shaz.
You already know we some hooligans. Mount up, mount up. All right, we in? Are we live?
Yeah, we are live.
Yeah, we are live. You already know we some hooligans. Come on, come on, come on. You know, before we kick off, give this a quick like. You know what I mean? Give it a quick retweet. Get everybody sharing this stuff. You know, all that good stuff. Every little helps, and never underestimate your power as an individual. Because as individuals, you add us all up, we're then a collective. And we are one of the best collectives out there, right? With the Carrot Gang. One of the strongest, most fearsome, fearless individuals in the game right now. And that's what it's all about. And JKB, yeah, JKB, I see you on Crypto Stash giving MPH the D. I hope that D stands for delightful or dazzling, sir. The Carrot Gang is not to be played with. But, you know, all jokes aside, I've given you the follow you desired, and you said you've not played the game yet, so let's get you in. You also questioned whether we've got Pixar veterans at the studio. Do you Google, sir? Check IMDb. Put some respect on our name. But it's all love, no hard feelings, sir. Let's get you in the game, and let's play it before you next time try and give us a D, because we're definitely on that S tier. So, welcome to 2023. In some cultures, the year of the rabbit. In our culture, the year of the hooligan. Mount up. And what a year we've got ahead of us. You know, sleeves will have to be rolled up, blood will have to be shed. Not ours, but you know, anyone who steps in our path, sweat will have to be delivered, and a lot of water will have to be drunk to replace that vital water and whatever chemicals and metals they put in the water in the USA to keep us all under control. Yeah. If you've not already checked it out, check out our pinned tweet with a thread with most things we've got covered and planned for this year. The orange paper will be undergoing the updates too. So, you know, what's coming in the year? At a very high level, we've got more Zuck Bot ecosystem building and further development of the game. We've got the Rabbit Hole Alpha 2.0 and Beta, potentially launching out some big events. You know, watch this space. We've got the others and Carrot Juice. Let's bring in, you know, let's find out what's outside the walls and what does Carrot Juice do? They're related. We've got AMGI and Hooligan updates. Let's bring in more streamers, VTubing functionality, the Carrot token launch. You know, I'm pretty sure, you know, I'll see the wisdom of not having launched it last year. We're in a very strong position right now with the upcoming utility structure and partners. So some really good news coming on that. But more on Interloop, more of the feature film development, more partnerships, more of the best content to ever grace this space. You know, come tell me otherwise. And don't show me a video that took 6 months to make. You know, we can make those too, player. I don't pull no punches. I don't pull no punches today unless I'm paid to by, you know, one of these old school mafia dudes betting against me in an underground boxing match. You know, I don't want to be shot, and I don't have a son to rise up and seek revenge. And we've seen that movie before, haven't we? So yes, Skyhop has been a bit sick recently. I've been off the scene a little bit, but you know I'm back. I'm better than ever. So let's roll up our sleeves and get cracking, people. That was the intro of the year right there. Welcome to the year of the hooligan. So, who we got on the panel today, guys?
That's great. Good.
I'm sure everyone knows you by now, but you know, give me your names and give me a vibe check.
All right.
It's West here, guys. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm stoked to be back. Let's go.
Colin Brady, Carrot Top.
Dennis Hopper, Luke Paglia.
Kevin Mack, Bumbledore.
Stoked to be back. Ready to get it going.
Yeah.
2023, guys.
Great
Come
start
on.
to the
Let's
year.
Fucking go.
There you go. There you go. Everybody's stoked. Everybody's pumped right now. I like it. I like it. So we've got a few things to go through today. We're going to go through. I pretty much told you the plan for the year, but we're going to go. Colin's going to take us through that and a little bit more in detail, if there is any more detail to add to that. We're going to talk about the Zuck Bots burn. We're going to get you an update on where we're at with the game. We know we saw some great behind the scenes footage recently, and we're seeing the weather come into play. This team does not stop working. We've got more to show you there, and we do, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Colin, have the next episode of the saga of the Crush Bots, right?
Yeah. We'll be playing that at the end. A little surprise for you guys. The saga continues, and in large part because of your input. So I think you guys will like it.
There you go. So yeah, you got to wait till the end to see it if you want to be the first to see it. But I've not seen it myself yet, so I'm as equally as excited as everybody else. So let's get straight to it. I think at first we're going to cover what we've got planned for this year. I know we've got a big year ahead of us. It's going to take a lot of hard work, and that's not to be underestimated. But yeah, let's talk through some of that stuff.
Sure. I mean, we got some big partners we can't officially announce yet, but we will have the alpha release this year, the beta release. We got some big public events that we're going to be hopefully making a big splash at. Hopefully see some giant hoolies around the world. We're going to be doing a community meetup. We got some really great tech that we've just been developing since the new year that we're super excited about. We're improving.
Tell me more, Colin. Tell me more.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, you're the one who let the cat out of the bag a little bit. So, of course, it's no secret that everybody is falling in love with AI. And so, as usual, we can't help ourselves. We want to be leaders in the space. So, you already know that we've released AMGI, which is the best real-time animated app out there. And we have this wonderful studio full of nerds that know Unreal and all these little tools. Well, and then you also have AI apps that are out there and tools that are out there. So it only makes sense to start plugging this stuff together. So we have a demo right now. We're not going to show you it right now.
we're not going to show it right now.
I was tempted to. It's almost ready to show.
Super close.
We have a demo that's
pretty freaking cool.
That's, imagine our highest quality character talking to you in real time with the knowledge of AI, with the humor of AI, with a programmable personality behind this. And we're looking at this stuff and
beautiful animations and
absolutely.
And it's talking to a Disney character.
And we also found a way to drive our characters without using our face alone. So for all you Android users out there who have been asking when AMGI for Android, we have a wonderful workaround that actually might solve a couple of problems at once, which is just using very smart analysis of voice alone. We're driving very complex motion. And so what's exciting about that is that anyone who's talking in the game, you'll either be represented by extremely detailed and well-animated characters. And this is beyond what anyone is doing out there. And I don't say this lightly. And I actually want challenges. I look for people to say, show us other examples of live talking AR characters. Most of them are very robotic. We're not in that lane. We're at the other end of the spectrum. We're leaning into.
To be honest with you, Colin, most of them can't even talk. Most of them just kind of stand there with a bit of a blank expression.
They have no body motion. Their eyes are completely dead. We jump into the hardest problem first, which is getting the eyes right. There's a reason that Hoolie's eyes are ginormous. It's because we like hard problems, and we don't want to hide the ball. We want to show that we can tackle these hard problems. So we're going to be showing you guys some stuff in the coming weeks. And I tell you, this AI stuff is so freaking exciting. It works as a standalone app. I mean, last night, well after the time that people should have gone home, we have the whole studio gathered around someone's computer, just waiting to ask the AI bot the next question.
Speaking to one of our characters.
And we're getting answers that are surprising us, that are right in line with the lore, and we programmed in a lot of the lore and things like that. So we're looking at this, and so we have this it's like this wonderful tool. I'm very thankful that, we have people like Bumbledore that look at this, and at first, he could go either way with this stuff. He could look at this and say, what the hell are you guys doing? I don't have time for this crap. We're making a game. But then he's very open-minded, and I'm extremely grateful every moment of the day how open-minded he is to say, well, wait a second. This stuff is all part of the game. It's all, what we call a game is much bigger than just you're running around shooting stuff. We have an ecosystem of living, talking characters, and many of those characters are you guys. So the line between who's a real player and who's an AI character. This stuff is blurring together. But one North Star I really don't want to forget to mention is that our game is all about community. And I know that sounds like a Hallmark card or something, but it really is, because this Discord channel is so huge, and the importance of the power of the person. Every single person is unique, and every single person is missed if they're not there. And that's what we really want to magnify. This isn't a game. If the rabbit hole game is something you're playing by yourself, alone in a dark room for hours on end, we're not doing our job. It's really about connecting the community together as a whole. So that's kind of a good overview for the year.
All right, so Colin, I know you've got more stuff to say, but a lot of people are asking, what is the intersection now between AI and gaming? We're not talking about just kind of AI-driven characters who are coming to attack you. We're taking things to the next level, right? And we've got a ton of ideas of how this is going to be used in the game. And you're going to start to see it from us.
These are personalities that are evolving and talking, and they're like Tamagotchis. We've used the word Tamagotchi for maybe several months now, but these are talking characters and thinking characters with backstories, and crazy likes and dislikes, and crazy knowledge of very obscure facts, and they can describe the battles and they can describe the drama and the emotion. It's putting emotion into AI. That's the craziness that's happening, and we're just as surprised at the answers we're getting from these things as anyone. So I'm very tempted to show you snippets, to share little snippets, and we've got another live stream probably in a couple of weeks.
Very soon.
Let's save it to them. And in fact, it'd be interesting. I've got some ideas for that. But yeah, big shout out to you. Have some Alexa is 2022, and we've got to get Hooli on Hooli personal assistant coming soon. Sorry, Wes, you're about to say something.
Well, and this is something that Kevin is always saying, that this is an exploration of building out what the metaverse is actually going to be, and we're exploring all of that with you. For us, obviously, our core focus is our core product, which is this game right now, and this game and IP. But when you think about the fact that we've got some flexibility in the team, that we've got a little bit of bandwidth to go, then do some R&D, like, all right, let's double click on this new tech, let's see how we can implement. Suddenly, we're seeing some pretty amazing returns already off of that. So it's all an exploration. We are at our core animation technology company. That's right. I'd say and storytellers. That's a big piece of our DNA.
Absolutely.
So we're really stoked to be able to kind of roll into the new year with this new tech, and we're all pretty blown away by where this is going. So,
that's one of the beauties of what we do. We're always trying to innovate and bring new and fresh ideas to the table. And given our team, given where we're at, we're flexible as well, so we can actually have an idea and see it. How long did it take you from getting that idea to actually seeing something working, Colin?
I mean, it was like a few weeks. I mean, we couldn't wait to get back from the break over the holidays. And, we kind of, are pinging each other and texting each other, and, we're all playing with various kinds of AI. And really, I think most of my career, all the successes have been, or that I've seen in life, have been people taking two existing things that normally don't belong together and sticking them together. Yeah. And so it's really like an engineering problem. Often when we describe what we need to do, someone might say, well, wait, you just want to stick this thing into this thing and then into this thing? I'm like, that's exactly what we want to do. And so, and then you look up YouTube videos and how to do this, and you don't find any examples of exactly what we're doing. And that's when we know we're on the right track. So then I just ask the question, and it's always a little bit, at Pixar, we used to call it the ugly baby. There's every project has a moment where you have a very ugly baby, and it's fragile, and you're nervous about presenting this idea because people look at you and that deer in the headlights look like you're nuts, and that's what I rely on. As I come to the team and I throw these ideas out, none of this happens by me. All the ideas I come up with by myself don't work, or I never finish them, right? I can't execute them on my own. It's only with the power of the team. There's something, it's like nuclear fusion. There's a glowing ball of fusion that happens in between our conversation. I mean, I'm speaking metaphorically, but there's an idea that grows that's in the middle of us, and then it just takes over, and then you see the light, turn on in everybody's eyes, and that's then the team goes to work, and then we say, oh, this is impossible. We'll never get this done, for weeks, and then all of a sudden, working the next morning.
Yeah,
let's go. And I know there's some other stuff you're really excited about coming this year, Colin. What else is on your list of exciting things?
Well, I mean, of course, we have this stuff working in AR. I mean, everything we're talking about, it just naturally extends to AR. And so, so once once you have these characters walking in around in real life, I mean, all of a sudden you put on the Quest, and these, even though the Quest is this big, heavy, expensive thing right now, we know that's a prototype of where AR is going. So everything we're doing it can work in real life or in virtual life, and you could actually see these characters walking around. And I'm very excited about this idea of voice-driven IMI, which is all of a sudden, it not only does it make this stuff work on any Android, but it also makes it web browser friendly. So I always said, if this doesn't work on the worst phone on the other side of the world, we're kind of only we're only selling ideas to an elite, wealthy kind of community, and that's not what we're interested in. For me, this has to get out to everybody. This has to be something for the masses. So that's what I'm very excited about. And then of course we continue our development of the lore and the story and the
building out the franchise further, getting the game done, getting feature film done. We got a lot coming on this year, building out the partnerships, making things just, again, making this brand into a franchise and really building a strong foundation to bring more value back to all of you guys, but also just, keep this thing growing for years and decades to come.
Yeah, that's right.
This is the year of the Hooligan, of course. What alpha have you got for us on the others and carrot juice? Colin, or carrots, what have you got for us?
And I should just shut up. No, I mean, still working on the others, but these things should be something that everybody loves, and it's always tricky to find what is that cross section of things that are old, young, male, female. Movies like Avatar or Disney at its best, or movies like Incredibles. How do we get the widest section, but still not lose our edge? We're not Disney. We don't want to be Disney. And we're not quite Nickelodeon, although that's maybe a little bit closer to the brand because it's fun, good, naughty kind of fun, but that's not going to offend someone with little kids. We also want every person possible to get in this ecosystem. So, yes, we're very true. We want to respect the OG holders and give them huge benefits and things that they can do that no one else can do, and ways to earn rewards that no one else can earn. But then we also want to open this up to an 8-year-old who just wants to jump in and run around and start playing. And that's where it's actually going under Interloop.
And the kids absolutely love this. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing the reaction at the next few events. And it's going to, we're bigger and better. And definitely kind of growing out this ecosystem. Definitely want more people in it. I know Havsom's already 40 times in it. We want you another 140 times in it, Havsom. So be ready. But let's. I know we've not got a lot of time, and we want to. Everyone's keen to see the next episode. So let's get over to the wizard himself, Dumbledore. I know I'm seeing some game footage here. I'm seeing a bit of weather, day and night stuff going on. I'm seeing you've started to get some of the stuff from the test bed that we had into the main Hooligan City. Some of it was looking like it was that dark. It reminded me of Batman 1 and 2 on VHS back in the days on Pirate, where you couldn't even tell what you were looking at. But talk to us about how you're progressing with this, what you're excited about, and what progress you've made already in this year.
This is huge. I mean, we got Hooligan City moved into the new software. It's using World Partition System. It's using Nanite, right? So now we've got. We're pulling 22 milliseconds on this at 2K on a mid-spec machine, which is, double.
Incredible. Just keep giving us those facts and figures. Just keep giving us more figures. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. So that part's been going great, and there's still a ton more that the art team is going to be doing to optimize this. The day-night cycle, it gets super dark right now when the sun has set and the moon hasn't risen yet, and there's nothing casting light on the scene. So I think they actually already fixed that, but not in build 22 that we're running right now. So we're just about at parity. I mean, we got to get the Zuck Bots back in here, and we get and the Hooligan skins are just about ready to go. The NFT skins are because we optimized the hell out of those too, because they in the old game they were pretty expensive, and so if you were going to be like putting 100 people into a scene, you were going to be looking at a slideshow. Yeah. So those guys are going to go in the next couple of weeks. We got Zuck Bots coming in, and then at that point we're at parity plus. Because this character feels so much better, the weapons are so much better, but more importantly, like we talked about in many of the other AMAs, this environment now is built to be extended. It's built to let us build a ton of new stuff in. So The skateboard stuff that Carl's been doing is pretty amazing. That's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And then
grinding, kind of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater vibes too. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, and I don't get to work on the fun stuff there. Yeah. So my world now is online services, which is so getting that SDK integrated and all that stuff. So
which is super important.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
fancy and sexy at the same time.
I mean, I literally,
it's all right.
I literally want to shoot one of Kevin's screens. You got like 4 screens up on your
just
desk.
made this joke.
And one of them is just like, it's pure matrix.
It's
just data going by.
And you know, if it's green, it's good. If it's red, it's bad.
And then there's yellow, which is somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Whenever I walk over to Kevin's desk, I made this joke to him the other day. I'm always like, Kevin, how you doing? And Kevin will always then just look right to his log screen. It's like, well, I'm like,
Yeah.
right, all right, cool.
It's almost like a joke to see what actually is happening around on his screens. But we have a marketplace we're building out as well. That's gorgeous, and all the UI behind that is just phenomenal.
Beautiful.
And it just, once you start getting a bunch of stuff on the screen and little graphs and text and badges, I don't know what
starts becoming so much real.
Certificates,
Well, and voice chat's coming in, and that's gonna be a lot of fun because I think that really changes just what it feels like to be in this world.
Yeah.
Like, because right now, really, the only thing you can do in the world is skate and shoot, and when we start adding like
voice chat,
and that kind of ties into what you were talking about before, which is let's not make just a shooter. Let's make something that's more fun to be in, and
more dynamic,
more of an experience.
Well, and rest areas. I mean, places where you can stop and just say, okay, I just want to just take a break for a moment, chat with other hooligans.
Maybe a Roni.
Maybe talk to Roni, or go in the movie theater, or go to the stand-up comedy night. I mean, for me, my goal, I feel like this thing hasn't arrived until we actually have some kind of channel where we're watching open mic night or karaoke night, and people that have nothing to do with the game are just watching this as entertainment. That's where I feel this is going, because our characters are so animated that I believe they're the most animated characters in 2D or...
And we have all the creator tools in there too.
Web 2.
I've got an idea. You know me and my ideas. What if in Roni's we had like an NPC that's always there doing stand-up, driven by AI, that you could throw a carrot at and then they throw out a joke, and it's all AI.
I love it, because even right now the stuff is really, really, really funny, and so I think that's a great idea. I mean, I like a 24/7 channel where you guys can just ask questions even if you're not in the game. I mean, these are things that, like, I'm a pretty enthusiastic person, and I'm always saying, hey, you guys, it's working. Let's put it on our website right now so the community can just talk to this thing. It's entertaining watching people talk to the AI character and to see what questions they ask. I mean, we literally have people like in our studio fighting over the keyboard, saying, "Oh no, ask it this question. If we can somehow very, very soon get this so that you guys are interacting with our characters, even without the game, that's entertaining just to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff. I mean, it's. I originally remember we weren't actually going to have day-night cycle in the game, and we were going to stick with the overall hue that we had until I think on one of the last AMAs, I think before the end of the year, where we did a recap. We looked at some of our old footage from when we started this journey over a year ago, and actually the Hooligan City looked so amazing during the day. It was a shame not to show it. Am I just making that up, or is that what happened?
I mean, I think that's kind of it. I mean, it definitely feels a lot brighter. Some of this was prompted. I just want to say, a shout out to Stash. Stash has been a Stash.
I'm sorry.
He has a podcast. He's been a big supporter. We've been on the show a couple times. Right, and so he did this. He's got the little, he's got the little curly kid thing.
The one with the,
And so he did this big review of Web3 games, and some of them look really cool. Admittedly, I don't know. Many of them look like perhaps they were Web 2 games that were maybe just converted to Web 3 games. A lot of them look very serious. And then there was one in particular that stood out, and it was a Japanese game where you're just walking around a mall, and it was refreshingly fun and light. And so we looked at that, we're like, that's actually kind of cool. Whatever we do, we want our game to stand out as something that just doesn't get lost in the shuffle of, a friend of ours said, well, you can't out Fortnite. And that's not what we're trying to do. Yeah. We're clearly trying to make our own lane. And part of that lane is keeping things light and fun. Carl is not here right now with our team, but and Carl is one of my favorite people on the planet. He's got a very almost somber personality at first, but he's one of the funniest, understated people I know.
Yeah.
And he's got this wealth of knowledge of all these
Absolutely
humorous
amazing.
video games, and he likes to go for the weird, and not just weird bad, weird funny.
Yeah.
And so that's really what you're expecting. So part of lightening the tone of this is all of a sudden it just feels cleaner. It's smoother. It just feels more family friendly. And then to my surprise, 6 months ago the team was saying, we can't do weather. Weather's going to bring an extra 5 or 6 gigs of data into the pack. It's just going to clutter it up. And then all of a sudden, without even me prompting it, and a couple people in the community have pinged me personally saying, you guys should put weather in this. And I'm like, you guys, that's a lot of extra gigs to add. Well, just all of a sudden, these guys are super excited going, we got to put weather in this thing. Yeah. So these things just happen organically by themselves. So I have a feeling weather will be a thing.
Oh, yeah. Let me stop you there. Just don't put Manchester weather in there, because honestly, it's raining every day. It's grey, it's wet, it's dark. Oh, man, don't feel good. Do not feel
Gotta
good
get you
at
out of your
all.
mom's basement. Get back here.
Yeah. I've seen some great comments in here. Only real men use the water pistol. Yo, that's what it's all about, Buick Python. I like that. Also, I just noticed Niku actually got a free gaming PC from PokerStart for voting for MPH in the recent awards. So, yo, big shout out to Niku. That's a nice little bonus.
That's awesome.
Of course. All right, good stuff. I'm really happy about that. I'm pleased for you. But yeah, whilst I'm thinking about Game Awards, we are actually nominated for 3 awards over in Miami at the end of this month. So get somewhere on Twitter, get on Twitter, find the link, go click on there, register and vote for us. One of the categories is Best Law. I think one of the categories, I can't remember what it is, and one of the other ones is Best Studio. I mean, we should be winning all 3 of them, but if we don't win Best Law, somebody's been paid off. So somebody's been paid off there, because there absolutely isn't anybody who's delivering law on the level we're doing. I'm not just bigging us up. I'm not saying they're not capable of it, but they're not capable of it and they're not delivering it. So don't even try it with us, Game Awards in Miami, or we will send all the hooligans at you in force. Thank you very much. One for the money says I'm making stuff up. Yeah, I'm not. Also, I'm just touching on stuff. Congrats to the people who won merch. You should have got your codes to claim the merch. The new merch is absolute fire. I'm definitely rocking it over in Grey Manchester and getting noticed absolutely everywhere. So yeah, just make sure you go check out the new merch. That's dope. But let's move it on, because a lot of people are excited about tomorrow, West, and the Zuck Bots activation. What can you tell us about it? Is it still happening tomorrow? I know it's Friday the 13th.
No, everything's thank God. Everything's good. No, we're stoked. We're ready to go. And something that I'm personally excited about is just the expansion of the Zuck Bot ecosystem and how that will. One of the things we're trying to do here is go a little wider and get more people into our overall IP and ecosystem, and the Zuck Bots were a way to do that. As of right now, I know everybody's waiting to see what's in the box, and tomorrow we'll find out. That's all I'm going to say about it.
We don't even know what's in the box.
I don't know what's in the box. So I definitely
Colin knows what's in the box.
Actually, a giant dice roll. We'll see what happens. No.
It'll be really fun.
It's gonna be
The
fun.
release is coming tomorrow. We've been really excited about putting it all together. The episode as well at the end of this this podcast or this the AMA, you'll see what's going on there.
Yeah, right, check this out. Let's do a quick competition. Let's do a quick competition.
Stuff there. A little workflow there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're expanding our team. I mean, one of the most exciting things for anyone who visits, I think, is seeing the stage. I mean, that's kind of really the heart, of this company right now, where, and it's an Unreal stage mixing live action, puppeteering, motion capture, and the Unreal Engine with some special retargeting secret sauce that we've added along the way. But nothing makes me happier than training new people, because we just can't do it alone or with the team we have. We have to keep expanding our team, and just seeing some young minds take to this stuff like a fish to water. I mean, if in another life, I hope to just maybe run a school that's just training people to do this stuff. I mean, I think a 2-year course gets you about where you need to be really super useful in this space. And so I see people when they're not sure what they want to do, and often it's it's really smart kids in high school that are maybe lacking direction, maybe academics wasn't their thing, but they're really smart. I mean, that's the thing too, is like you could be really smart and just not academically achieving at the straight A level. It's like there's so many people out there that I just want to I don't know, create a class somehow. I wish I had
Hooligan
time.
University.
Hooligan, Hooligan.
Yeah, who are you?
I
like it. I like it.
So someday, if I have time, and I wish I had more time. I mean, this is a passion of mine because it's very important. I mean, it's more than important. I mean, when I was 14 years old, I reached out to the visual effects supervisor of Empire Strikes Back. His name was Richard Edlund. He wrote me back personally, and I was just growing up in a small town outside of Chicago. And that personal letter to me meant so much. And really guided me out to California, guided me and put me in the right direction. I feel I'm forever indebted. I'm going to get in trouble. Anyone who reaches out to me, if they got a kid that needs some direction, I feel like I have to tell them some good advice and what can help them. So anyway, that's a little side. That's a hobby of mine. But someday I want that to be a bigger thing.
Hooligan Academy coming soon. Hooligan Academy coming soon. Just quick competition. If anybody who can guess what's in the box in the next 1 minute, throw up your ideas. If anyone gets it right, we'll hook you up. I don't know what yet, but throw it in the chat now. What's in the box? You got 60 seconds. All right, cool. I want to kind of give a couple of shout outs and let's move it on to questions. But shout out to NFTs, Have Some, Dennis Jacobs, all Vex, everybody is absolutely, helping the cause on a daily basis. Spotted Wrist, Played by Stacks, Doo, Regular Rainer, absolutely everybody who's doing the thing and kind of helping us progress, making content, doing the bit for the community and kind of, holding us to account on everything. I absolutely love it. Shout out to Alex Becker, Elio Trades for rocking the MPH hoodie on the live stream. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Big shout out to ET. Definitely some stuff coming in that space. We've got massive respect for what he's doing. He's one of the good guys, and he's a very hard worker. So big shout out to him and everything he's doing with Imposters, Neo Tokyo. So look out for something soon. Let's get straight to questions then, people. What questions have you got for us? Because I want to get through some questions and I want to get straight to this next episode. I'm keen to see what happens next.
Frozen pizza. There's some good questions.
These are hilarious.
Yeah,
you guys are so funny. This is hands down the funniest community out there.
Yeah, man. We should have.
I'm looking at YouTube. I hope somebody's looking at Discord. So Wigs and the Zuck boxes.
These are amazing.
All right, so here's a good one. What do you guys think about limit breaks, programmable royalties, and plans to implement an MPH? So I have been looking through Gabe's recent Medium article, definitely exploring that a little bit more. I think he had some really good concepts as well, with the minimum floor price as well. So there's definitely some good concepts in there. We've got good relationships with him, so we'll definitely see what we can do and take forward there. ETA on Battle Royale. I know one of the first game modes. Is it going to be Team Deathmatch or Battle Royale, Dumbledore?
First dedicated game mode is Team Deathmatch, but we're talking about because we're starting to write the overworld game rules right now, because right now the overworld is just playing the Team Deathmatch rules, and Carl and I were just talking about introducing the Battle Royale mechanic earlier, so maybe. But, so for sure, Team Deathmatch is already in and working. But I think that may come sooner than we were originally thinking, because
all right,
we like some of the stuff about
playing. Watch this space coming soon, and you're gonna absolutely love it. Okay, what else have we got here? This is too technical for me, but one for you, Dumbledore. Will ray tracing or DIS be a thing in the future? I don't know what DIS is, but that's just me. Maybe I'm being silly. Maybe it stands for something.
DIS, I'm not sure what you mean there, but yes, yeah. So we're using Lumen, which is UE5's software ray tracing solution. I like it a lot. I like it better than using hardware ray tracing. Although we do support hardware ray tracing, just because hardware ray tracing does tend to be a little bit glitchy and funky and is restricted to the GTX cards, or the RTX cards rather. But Nanite does a fantastic job. I mean, the software ray tracing is so good on Nanite that so yes, this is ray trace lighting. That's part of the reason why we're able to do the day-night cycle and get that back in and start having it look good. Even though yes, it gets really dark in certain parts, because we are supporting that.
All right, good stuff. I like it. Let's see what else we got here. Will there be incentives for users to log into the game so there will be more users engaged consistently? Yeah, but definitely. It won't just be an incentive to just log in. You'll have to actually do something. But yeah, and also we're definitely looking into incentives for you guys and gals and everything and animals to bring in users into the rabbit hole as well. So we are looking into that also. Let's see what else has got. I don't know how you can answer this one. If the boxes are ready to go as per West, why not burn and reveal them now? Probably because we said we're going to do it tomorrow.
I'll tell you what, because they're burning tomorrow. No, we want to make sure that everything's tip top and ready to go, but we're good.
You just said it's ready to go.
Ready for you. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, it is ready to go. I've definitely had a play with the testing side of things. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. I'm losing the plot. Can anyone see any other questions?
Searching right now. I'm going back up to the earlier in the feed.
People were talking about.
Let's explore this one, right? Any thoughts on how Hooli can become a character that is widely recognized? Yeah. I'm having a convo with nieces, and they know about Bored Apes, but they don't know about Hooli yet. A lot of people know about Hooli, but
sure,
you know, I mean, we definitely see Hooli as a global brand, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so I think the key is, you know, as we've hinted, we are about to partner up with some big corporate places that may help us out. May help us do this.
Help us
and so
expand that brand.
So that really is a goal this year, is to make this a worldwide brand, something that is available to millions of eyeballs, and not just this awesome community that we have right here. Getting the merch out is really big to us.
When Hooli bigger than Lightyear? That's this year.
Yeah,
it might be.
That's what we're working on.
Working on it.
Why are Crystal Bun's hands so small? We're playing with some new designs.
Small hand, big heart.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little more feminine.
Yeah, Hooli has big hands, small brain, so you know it just depends.
Oh yeah, sorry, Dumbledore, I misread it. It wasn't DIS, it was DLSS, which is Deep Learning Super Sampling.
Oh yes, okay, yeah. We haven't done a whole lot of testing with that. I've used DLSS on film stuff where you have where you have a controlled hardware environment, but yeah, it's a thing to think about because we
no.
Yeah,
the cool thing Dumbledore, don't test Dumbledore. Dumbledore knows everything.
It binds you into NVIDIA's ecosystem, but their stuff is really good. So I think the thing to say is that we're going to have that available as an option.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Elvex, you cheeky little rabbit. I know what you meant by that comment. All right. So I think unless you want to run through any of the questions, I think we're ready for episode. Is it episode 5 now?
Yeah, I believe it's episode 5.
I'll give a quick shout out.
This better be a good one because I've been looking. I've not seen this one yet. So let's go.
I'll give a quick shout out. I don't know if you got these guys. Skyhopper, NFT Ant, Dr. Waddles. I see you in there. Just wanted to say I saw you. Much love. Appreciate you guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
2023 is our year, everybody.
Let's go.
I think that's it for today, right? Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you, everybody. 2020.
Hey there! Someone call a plumber? Thanks for nothing, Hooli. It's all part of the plan.
The Hooligans have escaped.